jokes aside, said to you, if you do that, start that same team and play the same way against Liverpool, see what happens. And the thing is, I was watching it with my girl and I said to her, I'm going to be super stressed on Sunday because Sunday is not going to be a pretty day. I knew what was coming. People like to talk about this narrative of Solskjaer's done it in big games against Man United. I'm like, that's not sustainable. Not everyone keeps doing it in big games. One day, he's going to get a slapping. Every club in football history receives a slapping that changes them for the better or for worse.
This is football heritage.
And I said, Man United are due a slapping. And I said, on one of the podcasts I went on midweek, I said to them, I'm going to speak from my heart and say, because I love the club, I'm going to say 2-1, but I don't really want to say what's in my head. Because if I say what's in my head, you guys are going to think I'm sick. Honestly, I said it was going to be 6-1. I thought it was going to be a repeat of Man City and then Tottenham. That's what I thought it was going to be. Lo and behold, I got the 5-goal difference right, except we scored 9. So I was proven right, and that makes me mad. The thing is, look, I can go one by one. The only person that can walk out of that game with his head out high, despite conceding 5 goals, is David De Gea, because he started being 7 or 8. That's literally it. The rest of the goals, he had no chance with. And you know, Wan-Bissaka, one guy's told me, and I'm about to do some verbal black on black crime. One guy told me that he looks like a fish riding a bicycle when he plays football. And ever since that day, I've not been able to get that quote out of my head, because when I watch him, he is absolutely abhorrent. People talk about great defenders, and it's all one-on-one stuff, isn't it? He tackles and he runs back. He's got the recovery pace, and everyone that's listened to me from the first
pace and power, baby.
To the first day they met me to this very, very day, I hate flipping recovery pace, because that tells me what it means is that you are positionally useless.
Yes.
And all you can do is run back quick enough and agile enough, and then they call him Spider. And when I heard that name the first time, I didn't really notice his performances at Crystal Palace. I didn't really know what that's about until I saw him at United and I realised what Spider's about, because he can spread his legs. Apparently some sort of hole. So, look, he's number 1. Number 2, people going for Lindelof. I genuinely don't know what Lindelof did wrong in that game. Lindelof, when it came to one-on-one situations, he did what he did. Positionally, he's quite good. His weakness is in the air, and he's not strong. But positionally, he ushers you out, he does what he needs to do. Move him aside. Here comes El Capitan, Captain, Slabhead, the Ferry. Harry Maguire. Now. Darren T, you remember when, I think it was either a 1-1 game at Spurs, or it was the one where we beat you 2-1 at Spurs, but remember when Steven Bergwijn just walked past him like he was non-existent? Remember that game? Yeah. That's the game. I told everyone, I said, look at this guy, look at the way he moves, yeah? You were, even in that position, he was actually in the right position, but because the guy lacks intelligence, he doesn't know how to engage people one-on-one. You gave him all the space in the world to run in and use his quickness, not knowing that you lack agility, you lack speed, you lack acceleration. Quite frankly, you lack cojones. Shout out Troy Deeney. And, bro, you saw what happened against Liverpool. Him running to Luke Shaw and that guy there, that brother there, yeah. See that Luke Shaw brother?
What are you talking about? They say he's the best left back in the Premier.
He's the best left back.
That's what I heard.
Listen, he's the best left back in the...
Maguire were world class. That's what they said.
He's the best left back in the Shaw household. Listen, this is what it is, yeah? This is what it is. Mourinho said, and Man United fans, this is why I don't like Man United fans sometimes. Mourinho said, and Mourinho will not be brutal unless he feels he needs to be really brutal. That's how he is. That's the character. He's not scared to say it as he wants. He said that day that Luke Shaw, he had to really talk to him and guide him through the game because Luke Shaw was positionally unaware. Luke Shaw had a great 12 to 18 months, if I'm going to be kind. And I was told, oh yeah, he's leveled up. He's better than Robertson. He's going to be competing with everyone one day for best left back. Roberto Carlos, because he got a thumbs up on the Instagram comment from Roberto Carlos. Suddenly he's back in his
nonsense.
He scored a volley in the Euros final. That was great. He had a great Euros. Mourinho was questioned on TalkSport about him. He said, look, me and him didn't have a great relationship, but he's doing well. He heard I didn't have a great relationship. I said, yeah, well, Mourinho was talking too much. He's still talking about me. There's a reason the brother's still talking about you, fam. The reason is because you're not great. You are not levels. You've never been levels. That's it. You were great as a young kid at Southampton. You had a little lovely partnership with Memphis Depay, then you both got injured. You had a more serious injury. You came back. Injuries take time. You recovered bit by bit. You had a nice run of form. Michu also once had a great run of form. Yajirobe also one cut Vegeta's tail. Things happen.
Dragon Ball, baby.
Things happen in life.
Dragon Ball.
You know, if things happen in life, Phil Mitchell step with Denise. If things happen, man. You know, so look. He's number one. But I'm gonna beat a very dead horse here. But McTominay and McFred. I'll call him McTominay and McFred. McTominay and Fred. On my life, I have never seen such a pit. Would they walk into Newcastle's midfield?
Bro, I had rants and rances.
Would they walk into Newcastle's midfield?
Tish, I was watching the game with Tish, and Tish was just laughing all throughout the game, though he's a Man United fan. I had rants and rants, and the Statman Baines watch along on, and they were saying, how is 35-year-old, before he got injured that is, how is 35-year-old James Milner manoeuvring around the midfield like that?
Would they get into Newcastle's midfield?
36.
36.
Would they get into Newcastle's midfield?
36.
No, it wasn't against Newcastle.
No, would they get into Newcastle's midfield?
Oh, would they get into
Somebody
Newcastle's
might,
midfield?
Fred, no.
Where? I like lots of stuff.
Would they get into Southampton? This is the, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be, if you want to quality, and this isn't, I'm going to go into some play Van der Beek rants. I don't care about that.
I'd rather have James Ward-Prowse.
No, facts. I would though. I would. Facts. Look.
At least it's progressive.
Look, the first goal, Wan-Bissaka ran that forward like a headless chicken. But the main issue is in between Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. And then those two supposed defensive midfielders were 4 Liverpool players in the first 5 minutes of a professional football game. Yeah. 4! You're one away from me doing Bugatti. I could just spin a Rooney right here. Bro, it's no, but this is the point. This is common theme with Man United. And the funny thing is, Liverpool won the game 5-0, right?
They didn't get out
and they didn't have to be good.
Thank you.
Yeah. They were it was gifted.
Yeah.
Robertson passed the ball forward, and then who passed it to Salah after Robertson passed it? Was it Jota?
On which goal?
For the first goal, was it Jota that passed to Salah?
So Salah passed the kick,
Yeah,
and
why were you lot that high up the pitch?
Yeah.
Because surely you've got to retreat, because the joke was you lot almost took the lead. Because Canate didn't, after he challenged on the field,
weak
did
tackle.
not clear it far.
Yeah.
They worked the ball over to Bruno, and Bruno shot it
the
same place where he put his penalty against Aston Villa. I mean, I don't know how you can shoot that wildly, like.
But you know what, bro? Those things don't really concern me. You miss chances in life, innit? That's fine. But and people are blaming Bruno, and Bruno's another issue for another day. To be honest, I'm tired of talking about that fool. But people are blaming Ronaldo as well. Apparently, it's Ronaldo's fault that these guys can't defend 3 years in a row, but it's what it is. Like, they're blaming Greenwood for not closing down or shutting down the pass. And I'm like, well, that's a striker. You're playing a striker right wing. Do you think he's got the instinct to think, oh, I should block that passing lane? It's not in his game. Cool. But from that moment forward, when Robertson turned around and saw Wan-Bissaka ran towards him, he must have thought, what is this guy? Are you serious? What's happening here? The game was so easy for Liverpool. It was the gifts were just, you kept on giving. Yeah. And this is what I'm talking about with Spurs, because
Christmas.
I feel like, yes, Spurs are in poor form, but you have the players to just see that and say, hey, I can see Reguilon, same situation. Reguilon has the ball, Wan-Bissaka runs forward, the fish on the bicycle that he is, passes it forward to Son, and then Son's like, wait, hold on. Rah, I got all this space by myself. And Ndombele passes it in the middle, and then Kane's like, well, this is the one day I'm going to stay up front then. I might as well. No point dropping back into midfield because I've got all this space up top, you know what I'm saying? And smack it. Look, I'll finish up here. I want to say this. I've said this week, every time I was talking about this game, I've said, let's start with Liverpool first. And the reason I called Liverpool incredible. Liverpool were incredible, not because of the way they played, but because of efficiency and clinicalness. 2 things, that's what you need.
You could see
they didn't need to be good. They saw what they saw the errors in Man United's football and said, okay, we'll just capitalise. That's what you're supposed to do in football games. You don't have to always outplay the opponent. You just have to do what you have to do to get the goals. Liverpool were brilliant. Man United gave them. And Man United are going to keep on giving. Man United are the Cat Slater of the Premier League right now.
Throw